This situation here is a prime example of how we are treated unfairly in the justice system. You have here Karmelo Anthony, who was just convicted and sentenced to 35 years in prison, right? But then you have another situation here where this young man was sentenced to 10 years. And when we practice in law right now, I'm never able to just pick a side. So condolences to the Metcalf family, but I do feel like this is a situation where they failed the black community again and treated us unfairly in the justice system. He's gotten 35 years. This is case law that I'm speaking on, so I can speak on this. With another young man, and he was only sentenced to 10 years. I also feel like he was wrongfully convicted, and this is why we need to learn the law, because it's better for us to have this information and to not need it than to need it and not have it. We're consistently doing this every day. What are you?
I'm Pro-C litigator.
Pro-C litigator. What's ChatGPT? What's the number one app in the world? Sorry. What's the number one app in the world?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. What is the LLC?
LLC is business.
LLC is business. What is real estate?
We'll take your house.
Real estate is a house. Who is W.E.B. Du Bois?
It's a black pioneer.
He's a black pioneer. Good job. Now, how do you not trade your time for money?
My dad.
Leveraging debt. Good job. What do we file?
We file motions.
We file motions, which is probably one of the highest things to filing anything in a courthouse. Good job, Giovanni. Now, who's coming to save you?
Me.
You coming to save yourself. Me and your mommy just guide you. Who do child molesters and sex offenders hurt? They hurt who?
Kids.
They hurt kids. Good job. Good job.
This.
Wait, let Daddy finish so we go to the park. You ready to go to the park? Okay.
I want to finish first.
You did just finish. I'm done. I'm about to get off of here. And that's a 4-year-old baby that just told you he's a pro-se litigator. He files motions. He doesn't trade his time for money by leveraging debt. Even though he's only 4, he gets the concept of this whole thing. So just pay attention to what he just said. He's 4 years old.
Yeah, do what I keep telling you this.
And you got a lot of people 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old that been hearers the whole time they've been here. They ain't did nothing. And they want to tell you what to do. But they don't have any experience in life at all. The experience they have is with what they've done, with the things that they're doing. That's it. That don't mean that they're doing what you're doing with law. That don't mean that they're doing what you're doing with finance, rental cars, properties, digital products, goods and services. That don't mean that they're applying that. So they would never understand the way that you open, you close, you do inventory, you do customer service. They would never understand none of that. That's the whole point. You're misunderstood when you're practicing OPP, OPM, OPP, and OPT, which is other people's money, other people's platforms, and other people's time. You have multiple other people's platforms that people never go get on. Not just Instagram or TikTok live dances. You have TikTok where you can go in there with your skill and you can make sales from your Stan Store link, your Groupon, your Amazon. You also have Instagram, you have YouTube, you have Facebook. These are all other people's platforms. You have Turo hosting account, you have Airbnb hosting account. You even have DoorDash where you can go and dash when you're not on nobody's schedule. Lyft where you're not on nobody's schedule. Those are all other people's platforms where you are networking with people with your brand, with your goods, with your services. It's 8.1 billion people on this internet. Why are people focusing on going door to door or going to somebody that they know? I would never do that ever again in this lifetime. Digital sales changed America. You ain't even got to sell dope. You don't got to scam. You don't got to do nothing. You don't even got to do this illegally. You don't even got to do no shortcuts with doing this. If you just go fix your consumer profile and build and leverage, that's what the definition of leverage means. You building your way up. You starting from ground zero. It's just a lot of people aren't okay with starting from ground zero and building their way up. That's why a lot of them ultra wealthy people and billionaires call themselves self-made. They're self-made and they're passionate about being self-made because they're building. The reason that I'm here this evening is because of consumer law. Actually, pro-se litigation is the reason I'm here. Is because you can litigate for yourself. Every American in America has a right to litigate for themselves. They just don't do it. You have a constitutional right to litigate for yourself. It is under your 6th Amendment as well. I don't know if people are aware of that, but you definitely can litigate for yourself. Now, consumer laws are recognized. Everybody in the world is recognized as a consumer. Consumer laws are recognized internationally. Even in China, they have CPLs, which are consumer protection laws. You have 13 core federal chapters of consumer law and legal defense and 28 key sections. All that 41 code, whatever, that's something that the credit repair industry made up. Okay, there are 13 core federal chapters that you utilize when you are writing up or typing up your disputes and challenging a debt collector or challenging any inaccurate, unverifiable, or unauthorized information. It is not just about collections. It's not just about derogatory marks. You want one name, one address, one phone number, one place of employment, no collections, no derogatory marks. See what I'm saying? You want to make sure you challenge everything, the whole profile, late payments. You can challenge hard inquiries. You want to challenge everything. Make sure you have at least 2 years of history. You want to make sure the profile is together, not just collections, not just derogatory marks, not just late payments. Don't just focus on student loans. You want to focus on the whole profile, okay?